my identity when I was a kid and before anything was wrong was just pure rebellion against my dad. Hi everyone, my name is Isra and this is Still Addicted. Basically, last week I was depressed. I was not in a good place at all. And lo and behold, this week I'm happy go lucky. I'm really happy. I've had a wonderful Christmas. It has been beautiful. So nice. This week, I'm just another human being. I'm a completely different because this is how recovery works. It is just up and down waves all the time. I think it's because obviously I didn't pick up. I went to a meeting, I shared about it a good few times, and then it was Christmas. So I had Christmas with my family on Christmas Day. I cooked with my little sister. We just had such a wonderful time cooking together. And then obviously opening presents with family. My granddad came from the care home because he suffers with dementia. And it was just so lovely to have him home with us. And then, yeah, being with my family was just amazing. And then Boxing Day, I went to my partner's and we had Boxing Day, Christmas Day there. And it's just been beautiful. And then when I think about it, like, if I actually listened to my thoughts last week and I picked up that first one, none of this week would have happened. I would not be feeling how I am feeling right now, feeling very grateful, feeling happy, feeling positive, and really excited for the new year. I wouldn't be feeling any of that and I wouldn't have experienced any of the family stuff because I would probably still be out because I can't be asked. When I'm out and I know that I have fucked up, I don't come home because I can't be asked with the riff. I can't be asked with the shit that I'm going to be in when I get home. So I'd rather just stay out and just deal with it later. So I'd probably still be out. I would have no money and it just would not be okay. Like the upset that I would have caused my parents, do you know what I mean? It would just be absolutely a nightmare. So yeah, I'm very glad I didn't listen to my thoughts and I just pushed through. But I have to do a disclaimer. I did say that I was going to start my step work. I have not done that. So I am human. I'm not perfect. So I will one day restart those. But it's already happening where I'm like, well, I'm okay now. I'm fine. Don't need to do that. So yeah, I need to. I know I need to sort that out because I'm just going to go on these cycles, which I always do. Yeah, so I need to look into that stuff because I can't keep pushing it down. Even though I can just like live life, I just go through the cycles, but who wants to do that? Do you get me? So yeah, that is a bit of where I'm at. But I wanted to speak about identity in addiction today. Now, I want to go through like who I was before addiction, how I was when I was in addiction, and then also who I am now in recovery. I've had so many identity crises, so it's insane. But yeah, I think identity is so crucial with recovery and addiction because I think people with addiction issues just are running away from themselves so much, and they're running away from their identity, they're running away from, they don't know who they are. I think it's really, really important to speak about this topic, but as I always do, I speak it through my own lived experiences. So when I was young, before addiction took over me, I was very like, I think I was a really happy person because I was so outgoing. I loved being around my friends, meeting new people, experimenting. I was a very outgoing person, but then there was another side of me that was so introvert and so anxious and so socially awkward. It's so mad. Like, I've done a personality test in work and I'm literally extrovert and introvert. I'm slap bang in the middle. But before addiction, I was probably more on the extrovert side of things because I was just living life. Do you know what I mean? I didn't really have rules when I grew up. I had rules at my dad's. It was very strict. Probably why I didn't want to go there, probably why we've had issues in the past. But at my mum's, we just didn't really have those rules and stuff. So it was, and she was very outgoing and she was always out and stuff like that. So we were a very outgoing family. My brother was always out. We were always around our friends. Like, I was always around my mum's friends, so it was easy for me to meet new people, even though I had this part of me that was socially awkward. I don't know how to explain it. It sounds so West, but yeah, I was very outgoing and I was easy. But there was always this part of me that was like, but I think I buried that person so much. And like in my early teens, I would go on my Friday and Saturdays were like my favorite, but obviously weekends, no wonder I'm here. But yeah, Fridays and Saturdays were my favorite days ever, because Friday I would finish school, get off the bus, I would go home, quickly get changed, and then go to the village that we used to live in, and we'd meet up. We'd go to the newsagent at the back of the train station. I would be able to get a bottle of vodka because they didn't ID. I was literally like 13 at the time. And packet of cigs, and then I would go walk past the train station and then up to this field, which was a grammar school, and it was behind the grammar schools. There was a field, and everyone from that area used to hang out there. And we used to drink, smoke, do whatever, and but it was fun. Like, it wasn't bad, but it was really fun, and I love those days. But I know, like, when I look back now and I look back at how I drank and how I smoked, I would always go to oblivion. But even saying that, I did have the best times ever. And then on the Saturday, I would wake up, obviously, no hangover, nothing at all. And then I'd like get ready. And my favorite outfit were these big baggy jeans from Affleck's, these deep dark blue denim jeans, and it was so baggy, all ripped at the bottom. I would wear my Etnies or Vans, and then I would wear my zippy, like a little zippy. I don't know if you know, if you're my age, or it was a cartoon in the old days. T-shirt, red with zippy there, and then I would wear a black hoodie, and then I would go get dropped off at Ultimate, get on the Met to town, go to Urbis and get a bottle of cider, meet my friends Imogen and Alex from MySpace, the MySpace days. Whoop. And would go to Victoria Station, go to the toilets, go to the cubicle, and just sit there. We'd have a bottle of Strongbow each, and we would just chat and drink, and then we'd go to Urbit and we'd be twatted. Absolutely twatted. And just cause havoc. And then I'd spend all day out. But I loved it. It was fun. Do you know what I mean? And my identity at that time was a little mosher. Like, I was the mosher emo. So like the thick black eyeliner up there, hair extensions, back combed. Yeah, I loved it. And it was because like I went to an all girls school, and everything that my dad wanted me to be, I rebelled against. And my identity when I was a kid and before anything was wrong was just pure rebellion against my dad. that's literally my identity was. But I had so much fun, I can't deny it. There was lots of stuff happening like behind closed doors, the stuff I have been going through in my therapy and everything like that. Yeah, and then obviously my parent stuff, all of this stuff was happening behind, but I was having fun and I can't deny it. Like, I was having the best times ever. And it was all about being this person who was super happy. I think I wanted to show people that I was just like the most outgoing, crazy, wild child. Um, yeah, I think maybe because I was hurting so much, maybe I was because what was going on behind everything was really fucking deep, really deep. I think obviously at that age, you either go two different ways. You either go really angry and depressed, but I went the opposite. I went the complete opposite. And I think that's why being an addict was so like written in the cards for me, because I was so good at lying. I was so good at masking. I was so good at being this fun person. And obviously, what came with that was drink and drugs. So, yeah, I think when I actually look back at all of that stuff, it's actually like a bit crazy that even though I was having such good times, there was so much mental shit happening. Well, like, was it all fake? I don't think it was fake though. I don't think I was having fun, fake fun. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's a weird one when you deep it. But then going into that, obviously the behaviors, the behaviors that I was learning of, like of the lying, of manipulating, and it's because of like this thing that's going on. So it's like all the mental stuff that was going on, and me trying to mask that and trying to be this really fun, outgoing person. I was learning all the fucking behaviors of an addict. But I hadn't crossed the line yet. Like, I was able to go to school, I was still able to get really good grades, I was still able to like get a job later on in life. Do you know what I mean? Like, I was still able to do all of that stuff. And not use every day, not needing to use every day. So I think the behaviors that I was practicing every day, much, has definitely basically like put me in good stead to be an addict. I don't know. Yeah, because when I was in full blown addiction, that is all of that stuff that was happening when I was a teenager, I think became fake fun, and it became fake outgoing person, and I became this everything that I was when I was a teenager, but it was more of a lie, and I knew it was more of a lie then. Do you know what I mean? I knew that I wasn't actually happy, and I wasn't actually having fun. And then obviously the using, I wanted to use every day because I couldn't hack having to put a smile on my face all the fucking time. Do you know what I mean? And having to say like everything's fine, everything wasn't. So I think because I'd learned how to do that, and probably not knowing that I was learning those behaviors um in addiction, it was like, right, I have to use these now. I hope that makes sense. I don't know if that makes any sense, but yeah. Yeah, I think the person who I was in addiction was just, like I said, like that still fun, outgoing person. But within me, I knew that it was really just a lot of bullshit, really. And I was purposely doing a lot of lying and manipulating, and yeah, doing the behaviors because I needed to, and because I kind of wanted the when I was a kid, and not knowing that I was doing it. Because you don't know when you're a kid. You just don't have a clue that you're doing all of these things to protect yourself. Do you know what I mean? Because it's all really protection. Everything is just protection. And then I think because when you become an addict, the protection, the things that you did to protect yourself really is to help you get what you need to get. Do you know what I mean? It becomes less about protection. It just becomes less of more about the selfish behaviors and getting what you want. But you hide it through protecting yourself. Yeah. And I think my identity, the person who I am now, I'm very self aware, very conscious about the behaviors and the way I think. And I'm really trying to understand who Isra is. I've gone through working the steps the first time. Like, I learned so much about my ways of behaving, the ways I think, and my defects, my assets, etc. I learned so much about that. But I know I've got so much more to learn. I don't understand, like, when people say that they know themselves, like, throughout. I mean, they know themselves 100%. I, I just, I'm like, how? Like, how know yourself? Like, I still have so many moments. For instance, last Sunday, I was like, who the fuck am I? What is the fucking point of life? Do you know what I mean? And then this today, I'm like, woo, I'm back. So it's just very confusing. I know I think too deeply. I know I analyze everything. I who is from a mixed background, so I have two cultures, trying to navigate two faiths, and with that comes a lot of confusion. um yeah, so there's a lot of stuff within me that I just want to be able to share it, but I can't. But yeah, there's a lot of like confusion that I'm still trying to figure things out. So I think in my recovery identity, I can't tell you that I've got everything figured out, because I really don't. It's a work in progress, but I want to learn more about myself. But I think it's a lifelong thing. I don't think it's just a case of me doing the steps once and then the steps again. And just, do you know what I mean? I think it's just a lifelong process of learning about yourself, because you're constantly growing, which I love about it. And I think as well, like in addiction, you just stay the same person. You don't grow, you don't move or anything. You just stuck in this one fucking place. Do you know what I mean? Whereas in recovery, I'm learning constantly about who I am, who Isra is. I'm definitely still the outgoing person. I love, and I think I've got that kid back, the outgoing person that I always was, but I'm doing it without the masking and the pushing things down and stuff like that. Like now, like if I don't want to go out, I won't go out. Like I don't give a shit. Do you know what I mean? Like if I don't want to be the social person and put a smile on my face, I just won't. And like, no, I'll be like, to my partner, I'd just be like, look, I'm not feeling it today. I'm either going to stay in or I'm going to come, but don't expect me to like have loads of conversation with people. Do you know what I mean? Like, they know I'm going to have those days and that's okay. So I don't need to pretend anymore. But majority of the time, I am a bit of a social butterfly, and I love being a social butterfly. I think I'll always be a social butterfly. But as well, like that, the down days actually aren't my down days. I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say that they're my down days, because I think that's just my introvert part of my personality. And I'm just not wanting to social. My social battery is quite low. I have anxiety, and my anxiety may be high. Like, I think that's what I need to do, is more acceptance around when it's the low days. I need to not call them low days. It's just my other side of my personality, which is a bit of introvert, which is very has social anxiety. That part of me is just out today. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I think I'm going to take that and work with that actually. See, I like this sharing thing because I learn more about me when I do this kind of stuff. So yeah, like I said, I'm not fixed. I am having a really good day today. I am gonna, once I've done this, I'm gonna literally dry my hair, sort my hair out, because probably it's absolutely frizz bomb now. And then I'm going to meet my friends, and we're going to have our friends miss, and then we're going to go to a meeting, and then another meeting after that. Favorite two meetings on Saturdays. It's just great unity. Then tomorrow, probably just chill, upload this video, and then I will get some more stuff. Really, I don't really know. But yeah, hope you all had a wonderful Christmas and a wonderful Boxing Day. I hope if you were struggling, or if you are still struggling, that you reached out, or if you're struggling now and you're listening to this, please reach out, please connect. I comment on everything, so comment and I'll comment back. But yeah, if you can subscribe to this channel, Still Addicted. My name is Isra, and thank you for watching.